Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Dash. Now, King David did not only have to deal with Goliath and the Philistines. Once he dealt with Goliath and chopped his head off, the high priest kept the sword of Goliath. And so it was a major situation. But they had to war with the Philistines multiple times after this situation because David went to run from Saul, and he was granted a city named Zigzag in the Philistines' land. So once the Edomites came and killed Saul and his son Jonathan, David and Israel started to war with the Philistines again. And it was a family that Goliath was connected to that was in the Philistines. And so in Goliath's family, they had giants. You see, this giant had multiple sons that was huge and, big like him. And maybe the whole city had it, because when you go into 2 Samuel chapter 21, I'm going to just get some of the key points in here. It says in 2 Samuel 21:15, it says, "Moreover, the Philistines had yet war again with Israel. And David went down and his servants with him, and fought against the Philistines. And David waxed faint." 16. It said, "And Ishbi-benob, which was of the sons of the giant." So this giant had multiple sons, "the weight of whose spear weighed 300 shekels of brass in weight, he being girded with a new sword, thought to have slain David." 17. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, succored him and smote the Philistine and killed him. So that was one of David's men that killed this son of the giant. So he was huge, probably, because it tells you at the end, but it says, "He killed him. Then the men of David swear unto him, saying, You shall go no more out with us to battle, that you quench not the light of Israel." So they didn't want David to go into the battle. They was going to deal with these giants. Now 18 says, "And it came to pass after this, that there was again a battle with the Philistines at Gath. The Sibbeach, the Hushathite, slew Saph, which was of the sons of the giant." So this is another son that was pretty much a giant. Now you got 19. It says, "And there was again a battle in Gath with the Philistines, where Elhanan, the son of Gorajim, a Bethlehemite, slew the brother of Goliath, the Gittite, the staff of whose spear was like a weaver's beam." So there go another one That's the third one that was slain by King David's army. Verse 20 it says, and there was yet a battle in Gath. Now Gath is where Goliath came from. Where was it said, and there was yet a battle in Gath, where was a man of great stature that had on every hand 6 fingers, and on every foot 6 toes, 24 in number. And he also was born to be the giant. You see, so that's another one. And it say, when he defied Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimei, the brother of David, slew him. 22. And these 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. So looking at how David and his army slew this family of these giants, it's a good representation of why the Lord chose David to further his go through his lineage to bring the nation of Israel through David, and to be a representation of how his kingdom was going to be. Now when you go into Zechariah chapter 12 verse 8, it say, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. Verse 9, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So that's why you see David being mentioned, because him and his army was unstoppable, and they fought giants, a losing battle pretty much. When you look at the stature of the men, you would think that they would beat David and his army just by looking at them, because it seemed like an impossible task. But David defeated them through the Spirit of the Lord. Now in Acts chapter 15 verse 16 it say, after this I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up. So he's going to rebuild the house of David just like it was back in the day. But they're going to have spiritual powers and be like the angel of the Lord, where they're going to be undefeatable. And I just want to bring that out. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.